Hey everybody, one Bitcoin worth 10,000 in the next 3 years. Could that happen? I mean, after an article which I read and I'm going to share with you in a moment, I do think it is very possible, and in fact I do think it is possible even prior to that. And we can clearly see, guys, that Bitcoin is definitely going from strength to strength, considering the fact where Bitcoin was let's say a week ago, a bit more than that, down to about 1800, and now is over 3,258 as it stands. But at its highest some hours ago, it was up to about 3,350, something like that. It has recovered with incredible pace, and that is simply because people saw the potential. And let's go in a bit more in details and go through the article. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can read it for yourself, guys. But there are some very good points in this article that it really does bring the attention to Bitcoin a bit more, and making us think that maybe we should really try to believe a bit more, obviously, in the Bitcoin. There was a bit of a downward in terms of the fees, the transaction fees, and how slow it was. What Kumar Gura, founder of Gasha Oxys Group, has said in this article is that this success can not only be seen in the continuous growth over the past year, and we're talking obviously Bitcoin, but also in the speed of recovery after the so-called crisis. And that is what I've just mentioned to you guys. It really has recovered significantly, very, very fast. The forecast eventually turned out actually in favor of Bitcoin, with investors dumping Bitcoin Cash. And that is true. We saw when Bitcoin Cash was created, originally the price was so high, up to about $750, something like that. And I'm sure a lot of people made a lot of money, but that's what actually happened. People made the money, they dumped the Bitcoin Cash when it was high, and we can clearly see after the dump what happened. Bitcoin Cash now is worth about $200 each, and people just went back to Bitcoin and some altcoins. Other obviously positive reasons in regards to the Bitcoin is simply because we now are seeing Bitcoin getting a bit more legal recognition, increasing media attention, a growing usability and acceptance, and that is again very, very true and very good points. China obviously has accepted Bitcoin as a official currency in the sorry, not China, Japan, please excuse me, as official currency. We're seeing South Korea talking about it. In general, we are seeing Bitcoin really getting very, very popular, and this really is simply due to the fact also because of the media attention we're getting around Bitcoin. I mean, even newspapers that wasn't talking so much about cryptocurrency before are pretty much every single day having an article or something in regards to cryptocurrency, and some of them is not so good. For instance, about hackings, about the Russian guy being the BTC exchange and all this. But this, there's no bad news, as they say, in terms of the Bitcoin. It gives publicity to the Bitcoin. It has people attention, people are talking about it, and we also seeing Bitcoin being accepted more and more. And companies are trying to obviously integrate it into their platform so people can buy with it. Now pretty much in so many places we can just purchase something with Bitcoins, and that cannot be underestimated. This definitely is a good thing when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be 10,000 in 3 years. Gurov continues by noting that when looking at what Bitcoin has already become during its early years, despite having only a tiny fraction of the population alone supporting it for just some of its many advantages, most important of which is the freedom it brings to people in any troubled systems. He also notes that over the past years, Bitcoin price can be seen as parabolic curve, which sooner or later will take it over 10,000 in the next 3 years. What is also a very good point is that Bitcoin really is not controlled by anybody, at least until now. Hopefully this won't change. Without a doubt, with the popularity and the increase of price, we can see the government are trying to obviously stick their hands in it, trying to control some exchanges, making some laws around it, so obviously they can benefit and control things. Because cryptocurrency, guys, it was made for normal people like us to kind of survive in a way in this world, to try to make some money for us and all this. But when the government see people making money, they always want to take a slice of it. Yeah, we can clearly see even by the fact that if you want to sell and you make some profits, you got to pay some taxes on it. This, which, okay, it's a fair point, but I think they're getting deeper and deeper. They really want the bigger slice, and in time, who knows? I mean, it could end up that the government will take the, if we make profits out of it, the bigger share than us. But this is something that I'm gonna have to wait and see. So, Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency in the world that is not controlled by anybody. It's secured by the largest network of computer power in the world and has sound monetary policy. Dixon explains to Cointelegraph, obviously is the where I'm reading this article, that Bitcoin has faced many challenges, the latest of which was scaling. He knows that because nobody controls Bitcoin, it took 3 years of debate to reach the next phase for scaling solutions, given the huge increase in demand over the years. Now, with more scaling, Bitcoin can fuel the huge demand that it's receiving as more and more use cases emerge and large pockets of money enter the market. So, yes, that was the reason actually of the scaling, simply because more and more people are getting into cryptocurrency, more and more people are looking into investing into Bitcoin, and when we have more people in, obviously it gets more popularity, obviously it gets more expensive, and obviously it will continue to get higher and higher in price. He also says there is increasing demand for Bitcoin, so I remain bullish as alternatives to Bitcoin keep adding value to Bitcoin, improving there is only one store of value in the crypto market. At the end of the day, people speculate and invest in alternatives, but there is only Bitcoin that they run as a store of value to lock in any profits or losses they make from alternatives. And that is really is a fact, guys. Whatever we do, and at the end of the day, we may go back to Bitcoin, looking for, even sometimes if you want to exchange your altcoins. For instance, I'll give you an example. You have some Dubai coin, the only exchange that supports this is a live coin. Now, if you're mining Dubai coin, in order to then make it into US dollars, for instance, or exchange it for something else, you're going to have to go through Bitcoin, and then your Bitcoin you can either sell, you can hold, or you can exchange for another altcoin. So Bitcoin will always play a major key in this, and that is another reason as to why the value of Bitcoin is undoubtedly gonna remain strong and will continue to pick up. Bitcoin is robust and diversified. For Michael Vogel, CEO of Netcoins, ignoring market hysteria and looking just at the fundamentals, what Bitcoin is clarifies its value propositions. Vogel described Bitcoin as a very robust and diversified cryptocurrency. He notes that the fact that Bitcoin has a variety of use cases, which include remittances, online payments, store of value, blockchain application, etc., makes it clear that Bitcoin is not a one-trick pony. And again, that's very true. We see Bitcoin being used in so many cases, as this Michael Vogel pointed. Online payments, store value, blockchain application. It is versatile and could be used in many different places, and it will continue to be used. Finally, guys, Vogel likens the development of Bitcoin to how the internet fared in early years. Vogel notes that even the internet itself has gone through its own scaling challenges, beginning from the days of dial-up internet. He concludes by predicting even a higher price rally for the cryptocurrency in the near future. Now that the Bitcoin civil war is over, I think we will see rapid influx of investors that had sold off in July rushing back in the market. Goldman Sachs has predicted that Bitcoin is headed for 3,700, and it seems we are well on the way there. And that is what we currently see with the price, guys. I mean, it may not reach at 3,700 at this point, because we can see it goes down a bit. I did say in one of the videos which I made early on today that what I've personally realized, for the last few months while I've been dealing with cryptocurrencies, that normally cryptocurrency, for whatever reason, I have no idea why, tend to pick up on the weekend, as Friday comes along, when maybe the other markets close down in a way, and then we see cryptocurrency picking up, because that's what we saw here, guys. I mean, if we go back to, I think, where was it, Friday? What was it here? So let's go back 7 days, and right here, guys, so we can see this was Saturday. You see where, so just at the start of the weekend, Friday, it was being worth 2,866, then Saturday morning 2,877, and then we see the big rush on the weekend And now, as obviously the week is approaching again, Monday is few hours away, we're seeing again the price going down, and that's something I've realized that it is happening. So I've been trying, obviously, if I want to do something, to definitely possibly do it, let's say sell in the weekend, buy in the week and then sell maybe on the weekend or whatever. But it is definitely, if you go back to the history, you can see that that is pretty much the trend. Price goes up as the weekend comes along, and then price goes down as Monday comes along. Again, I don't know, maybe it's because other markets are opening. Maybe people start obviously not going to work. For instance, people in Japan obviously going out, spending a lot of bitcoins, for instance, on payments and things. So there's a lot of transactions, a lot of demand at that point. Possibly people trading, like home, people who do these things at home, trading or whatever, or just moving around Bitcoin, getting transactions and so on, and that increases the price. I don't know what is it exactly, but one thing is for sure, guys, Bitcoin is definitely here to stay. Without a doubt, I think I agree with the people in the article. We will see Bitcoin going to 10,000 probably in the next 3 years, if not even prior to that. And whatever the case is, Bitcoin definitely is here to stay for the future, guys. Without a doubt, this is the future. If you've been following me for a while, you know very well I like Ethereum, and that was the coin I was really backing up. I made some good money out of it, and I'm continuing obviously to mining it. But Bitcoin has become one of my top priority at the moment. This is a coin I'm definitely looking into putting some obviously investment for the future, so we can I can benefit from it, and hopefully you can benefit from it. And yeah, guys, for me personally, Ethereum and Bitcoins are the coins to go. I know there's a small coins out there. There's so many of them that yes, they could potentially give us a great results as well. But when we're looking really for security, I think Bitcoin is the #1 coin. That is the case. We can see it. It's never been knocked off the #1 spot, and I think it will always stays there. That's all I have for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, one final thing, a lot of people are asking me, although I've shared it many times, what wallet am I using? I'm using the Ledger Nano. It is a very good wallet, in my opinion. I have a link in the description of the video. You can obviously go through it and purchase one if you want. Some people I know they go for the Ledger Blue. It's a bigger wallet, but it's a nice wallet as well. But that is definitely a very, very good wallet. I think a lot of people are using it. And when we compare it to the other wallets such as Trezor and Kucoin, I think this is the cheapest one that you can purchase, and I think this is the wallet that supports the most coins when it comes to a hardware wallet. So that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you are, feel free to subscribe and share on the channel if you haven't already. Thumbs up, and yeah, thank you so much for the support. It's been incredible, and let's continue to mine, buy, hold, whatever you want to do. I obviously am trying to do both. Currently I'm mining as much as I can, and at some point I may even start buying slowly as well, but when there's dips. At the moment I think the price is a bit too high for my liking to purchase. I do feel, as I said a moment ago, we'll see a Bitcoin dipping down again. It is a normal thing with cryptocurrency. So there you have it, guys. Enjoy your cryptocurrency journey, and let's make some profit out of it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.